Hey guys, this is Tongue coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft. And today I figured we would go ahead and make sure that our minecart roller coaster railway is in decent shape. Is the sun setting or rising? It is setting. Do I have a bed with me? Yes, good. Well, yes, good. Like, we're not going to delay. There's no point in delaying. And if there is, I don't care. Alright, so we could ride along, but that's not going to work. First of all, I didn't make any of the things that I needed to make. So how does one make a lever? It's what, like cobblestone, right? You would think that I would know this, but... Hello, Renee. But my knowledge base, y'all know, I only sort of know what I'm doing sometimes, and certainly not the others. But I think it's like cobblestone and a stick. That would both be logical and be the thing that I think it is. So let's see what can be behind curtain number 1. Yes, 49 levers. Amazing. Oh yeah, I probably should have got a minecart. Sensible. Move. Poor unnamed iron golem. It's his job to protect us. To protect the vault, and he always has. And he always will. Alright, let's just lay down for the night. There's absolutely no point in doing. I already had some other one. Got it. Alright, so how do we want the inventory? Well, yeah, the silk touch doesn't need to be in it. There we go. Fine. And now we'll see how much is broken. It's like some. It'll also give us a time to look at it. After all, we haven't taken this ride for a little while, I think. And I love it so much. I love my flowers. I love my unnecessary switchbacks. I can look up at the camera. This is not how to do a cinematic view. I'm so bad. Oh no! There's an Enderman there. I saw his beady little eyes and his hateful stare. Oh no! Alright. Here's where our previous attempt would have crashed and burned as well. So, our first little doctrine. Alright, and then this one's busted too. Like, how could they have taken that many? That's just obnoxious. Alright, so that... Hopefully that'll be like... That's the last place that'll be close enough to my house for them to be sabotaging. Hopefully. Because it's just ridiculous. Renee, you say that spring break's almost over for you? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you know... Oh no, that's right, we were supposed to fix that. I think I've said I was going to fix that like 1 billion times. I have not done so. We're going to eat a nice pork chop to prepare for the descent. That artificial lush cave there actually works so well at this distance. Oh no, and then we'll just throw that somewhere and it'll mess up the progress elsewhere. Alright, so here's another. place where the lever's been taken away. Because I absolutely had these levers at some point. Oh no! I've fallen in. I've made a huge tiny mistake. Alright, let's try to ride further up, right? What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that, I don't want to know. Wait, this isn't fast enough? Okay. Oh. So when the powder falls, maybe it slows it slightly more? Anyway, I've just realized that I didn't bring anything to repair it. Only the levers, but that's okay. We're not too far from the end, wherever it is. We're not too far from it, you know. Down here? Yeah, and I was like, in here, we absolutely have not any more stuff to make it. Okay, I had more than I had remembered. Not surprising. All right, and it went. Wow, we just started going. Got it. Oh, to the other side of this mountain. That makes sense now. Because we got all the way up to here, and then we were like, all right, this is fine. However, no chest. That's fine. We'll just shoot home quick. There should be a deeply symbolic chest that has, you know, rails all around it. And that's where that's where we should find a bunch of extra junk. Probably. Hey, powered rail. A bunch of extra junk. I should be ashamed of myself for speaking such of the elegant and beautiful powered rails. Greatest of all rails. Alright, so it was up here that it was defective. Yes. Alright, one more time with feeling. Dog! Oh, I need bones. You know, I don't actually have a pet dog in this world, which is sad. We should get one. Alright, so how do I'm like about to engage in madness. I'm like, how do I protect the levers from being touched by Endermen? Do I put all of them inside of like a thing of water? Do I just make the entire thing except the corners one continuous powered rail with several different levers? No, that wouldn't work. If one of them got taken away, it would still get turned off. Like, could I cover each lever's access point in a shell of endstone? These are the kinds of questions I ask myself whenever I'm faced with the fact that it simply must have been a saboteur stealing my levers. because there's just no way that I wouldn't have noticed whenever I was trying to ride down my beloved way. Hello, Yurichi. I'm doing just fine. There is, sirens going off, tornado sirens, but the storms have passed where I live by, so I decided to play video games. I'm not, like, afraid of tornadoes, but I try to be appropriately respectful because they are quite dangerous. But now it's just a dark and stormy night, and they're my favorite as long as the storms aren't too intense. But, how are you? Oh, no sir. I live in a state in the United States called, Arkansas, where tornadoes are quite common, but they, and I'm not, like, particularly afraid of them or anything. I'm afraid of lots of things, but not them. But they, like I said, they're quite dangerous, to repeat myself. And when the siren goes off, you always gotta, make sure you're acting at least a little bit right. And not sitting out on your porch like I was doing. It's always so weird to me to think that there are people that just, like, don't get tornadoes, which, I mean, I've lived in places. Yeah, you said in your state the last tornado happened 50 years ago. Yeah, mine it happened this afternoon or tonight. They happen absolutely all of the time. But it's like, I never want to, like, play down what other people are afraid of. But if there's ever a point in being afraid of a thing, like, not a tornado, because they just, like, they're very indiscriminate. Like, I could see being afraid of a hurricane. A hurricane's going to hit everybody, but, like, I've never, like, lived in a building hit by a tornado, but I used to know people that did, and it's still just, you can do everything right, and if a tornado wants to come for you, it kind of just will, and I try to not get too worried about them, but a little bit worried. So, I was messing around on the internet, but I was on a laptop, away from windows and stuff. Yep. In my town and in many towns, they test the tornado siren every single week. At the same time, so that people can, be ready for the sound of it when it happens and not be surprised. After all, you wouldn't want it to be the first time somebody heard it. What was I doing? Well, we already fixed the roller coaster, and that was the only goal, which is good. You want a one goal video. That's good. We can, change our objectives to other things now. But I've been around, like hurricanes and blizzards. Not tons, not here, but in other places. But they always felt like people had more time to prepare, and that preparations were, more reasonable and more successful. But a lot of things in life are built around trying to remove the dangers that are inherent to being alive, to taking up space, to to doing things, and sometimes you get sort of harshly reminded of that. So I joke a lot that the only places that don't have like a bunch of natural disasters all the time are too expensive for anyone to live. But the places I normally use as examples actually have had some natural disasters lately, so you know it's I'm not the first one to observe this, but there's really nowhere on Earth that you can be, you know, immune from the fact that it's a planet, and it doesn't really care if it's dangerous to people to be on the planet. It's not really as concerned with us. The Earth was here before we came around, after all. And although I can't prove it, it will likely be here once we're gone. Alright, I need seeds. I need seeds to plant on the inside of this place, but not more wheat seeds. I can't believe I said that, but it just, you know. Beetroot. You sow beetroot? You do not. It's beetroot seeds, and those are pumpkin ones. Alright, did I just not plant beetroot at all here, basically? Well, I don't appear to have any seeds. They are pretty in red. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Do I have fortune on my axe? Yes. We're going to steal this guy's crop. It's for a good cause, buddy. Unless it isn't. I mean, 20 seeds. Pathetic. And we just gotta do the thing where I make myself uncomfortable by taking the idol of I can't actually die out of my hand. You know, discovering these was both very good for the gameplay and very bad. Why can't I plant here? Not enough light? Probably not enough light. If you're ever planting in some weird place inside and it won't let you plant, it's probably not enough light. Okay, why won't it let me... Oh, because that one's irrigated. Got it. Alright, not enough light is solved. Temporarily. That's right, I wanted to make a bunch of lanterns to hang on the ceiling. Or at least some lanterns. Just imagine I bought a Lamborghini and it's transported by a tornado. Oh, that would be sad, you know. But I hope that a person wealthy enough to get a car like that would be wise enough to insure it properly against the dangers of being wherever they were at. Alright, that's... Like, how could that be all the beetroot seeds I have in this whole world? It's because it was all carrots for me down there. Well, I guess we can just go get more carrots, if there are any. I can't stand how reasonable my farms are here. It's just because, like, I always thought I was going to die, so I never scaled them up. And I basically had enough to mend anyway. I'm like, oh, I forgot to have my idol in the offhand, but it's okay. I'm okay at flying now. You know, I really gotta remember my discipline, or I'm gonna have to do a new world. It's been a long time. You're saying I should irrigate the farmland? Yes. The thing is like, so the farms on the inside of those, they're really just like for decoration. If that makes any sense. They're never like, we're never going to harvest that food. It's only because I want it to be growing in there. Have I ever shown you my wheat field? But it looks like we're just going to be seed limited. We'll check the other chests. Not like every chest in the whole world. Just, you know, these chests here. And some of the other ones. Yeah, it's just pumpkins and melons. You know, it's sad you live this long and all you have to show for it is a very, very reasonable amount of pumpkins. And, like, hardly any wheat. A guy like me, nah. I'm just kidding. I had different priorities in this world, you know. It can't be all wheat all the time. It feels terrible saying that. It can be. It can be all wheat all the time. Ow, I flew into the thing. Unnecessary. I don't think we have any cool seeds up here, but we might as well check. Small amounts of carrots, absolutely no beetroot, but we can get some blue orchids to plant, and that's good. Very good indeed. Do we want to do a pale oak tree up there? No, I don't think it fits the aesthetic. Orange tulips, though, very much yes. Need to go get more pink petals. Go do it now. Yeah, go do it now, and then we will decorate the upper part. Fortunately, of course. This is a world of voluminous cherry groves. Bye, Yuichi. It's nice to see you. Hope you have a nice breakfast. And a good day. I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer. Alright, and far and away the best way to harvest stuff like this is with water. And you just like run around afterward and pick it up. Because it'll keep on going in the direction of the physics after you remove the source until the logic of the water stalls out, and then you could just go to the periphery of it and collect your gains. And another benefit of this is that it doesn't use the stamina for swinging a tool or whatever. Bye, Renee. I just really like orange tulips. I don't know what to tell you. And what we're going to do now is, in the time-honored tradition of put a bunch of petals on the side of the mountain where we live. Why? To imply that we cut down all of the trees here. And because I like them. Mainly because I like them. And I think it'll look nice. This is what my idea of decorating is finding a specific object in the game that I think looks nice and then putting large amounts of it somewhere. I don't have to explain it to anyone who's seen some of my other projects, but if you're not familiar, that's my idea of an aesthetic. The only real problem is that we don't have remotely enough of these to do it, but now that we've started, it'll be easy to remember that this was a thing that we wanted to spend our time on, and thus easy to make it happen. Relatively easy. There's so many cherry groves in this place. They wouldn't notice several of their petals, or many of them missing, would they? They would not. Yeah, I actually really like that. Yeah, great. Awesome. Wizard. Let's just go say goodbye to everyone in the crime family real quick, or rather good night. Not goodbye. Heavens no. Fiddlesticks. Here's baby Moosh. Oh, he's such a good Moosh. Moosha Smalls the Grand. And who can forget the most constantly producing member of the crime family? Doug! Doug is the greatest. The most wonderful. The most befeathered. Amazing guy. No one's ever met anyone as good as Doug. Well, good stuff. We got the video done. Garuda, come in here this instant. Come here, boss. Trying to walk out of the door. Ridiculous behaviors. But we come again to the end of the video. And since no one else is here, we're just going to play the music box real quick. The abbreviated version of the Minecraft national anthem. I invite you to sit, stand, kneel, or close your eyes as you prefer. As we listen to Creator. Ah, Garuda. Ah, Bella. And Luca. Just because he bobs his head around doesn't mean that he's not a dangerous member of the family in his own right. This is such a good world. When I think of like how much I like this mountain and that it happened right by spawn and that I didn't have to change it at all. Unless I did change it some and I forgot. Well, who can really remember the past? Not me. Fortunately, that's what we have all this documentary evidence for. But as we look out at the field of flowers, I just want to say, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed me meandering around my little hardcore world. It's, you might assume that with this much playtime here on day 384 that I would have made something more of it, but that's not true. Because I try not to put those artificial demands on my gameplay. I try to have fun, and I mostly do. So, anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight, and perhaps I'll see you in the next streamer video. Goodbye, everyone.